What is going on, guys, and welcome to a brand new video. Today we're going to be breaking down 3 of Dota 2's top meta heroes right now in patch 7.35b. Hopefully you guys do enjoy the video. If you guys do, leave a like down below and also subscribe, as it does help out the channel and helps us grow every single day. Thank you so much for your support. The first hero we're going to be breaking down is Abaddon with a 55.57% win rate. This hero is absolutely insane right now from the support category, and also carry. It can also be played offlane. I played it offlane a few days ago and I felt really strong. Unfortunately, we ended up losing that game, but our carry just wasn't able to pull his own weight. But let's just not get into that. That was a very rough match, even though it was snowballing, but this hero felt insanely strong. His lane dominance is definitely felt. The fact that Curse of Avernus now does damage is actually really nice. When you proc Curse of Avernus, that is really strong, because not only do you get an insane slow, you get that extra silence, and now you get damage per second. That is all very nice for the laning stage of Abaddon. And if you're playing it with a hero like Venomancer, Treant Protector, Ogre Magi, these types of heroes that have slows or stuns, you're able to proc Curse of Avernus a lot more, and heroes like Ogre just buff you with Bloodlust, so you're able to get that extra attack speed, you're able to get that extra hit in for you to be able to proc Curse of Avernus. So I would highly recommend playing this hero from the safe lane with heroes like that, like Ogre and Treant Protector, as you're going to get buffed and you're going to do a lot better in the lane. And when you get items like Orb or Corrosion, it's going to help you get Curse of Avernus even more. It's going to help you secure a lot more damage, and it's going to help you overall in the game. Also, another thing that's being extremely underrated on this hero is the fact that Aphotic Shield provides 15 HP regen per second at his level 10 talent. A lot of players don't tend to take this talent. I think it's really strong, especially in a game where you're not having enough regen, or you're just struggling a little bit against a lot of damage over time spells with the enemies. It's definitely going to be very nice for you to get that extra boost of HP, and it's going to help you farm as well. If you're falling behind, it's going to help you stay sustained. It won't proc your ultimate. It's going to help you regen quite a bit, as 15 HP regen per second is quite a bit. You typically want to build items like Radiance, Aghanim Scepter, Harpoon, and Manta. These items are extremely strong with Abaddon, especially Manta and Harpoon, as Manta will proc Curse of Avernus and will silence them. So essentially, if you are good at micro, you can put a Manta illusion on each support, and then you can proc Curse of Avernus on them, especially because supports aren't typically strong enough to kill the illusions. Some of them are for sure, but if they're not strong enough, they're going to have a lot of issues, and you're going to be able to split the team fight a lot better. Manta illusions are extremely strong, but the whole point of it is that you get that extra silence, and it can definitely turn the tides of a fight. I've definitely done it in a bunch of team fights, and their support being silenced, a lot of these supports don't have any type of dispel, and it could definitely benefit you. If not, they're going to be busy with a really strong illusion. So other than that, it's always going to be very helpful if you do not need your illusions in the team fight and you're able to split them. I definitely think it's a very good option. Some of the heroes you should be picking Abaddon against are Axe, Silencer, Arc Warden, and Spectre. Axe and Arc Warden are definitely very popular in the current meta right now, and so is Spectre to a certain extent. I haven't seen a whole lot of him, but his win rate is still really nice, and a lot of players tend to go to playing a Spectre as he is really nice in the late game, and Abaddon definitely does very well against him. It is a really strong hero. I would highly recommend playing him from either position 4 or carry. He's definitely very strong there, and you can definitely play him with auras in the offlane, but I definitely don't think it suits him that well. The next hero we're going to be taking a look at is Arc Warden. Arc Warden has a 54.86% win rate. He is super strong right now in the meta. He's being played carry and mid. He's actually a really strong mid. I'm not the biggest Arc Warden player out there, so I typically won't play this hero, but I definitely do understand how this hero is really strong right now, especially because Spark Wraiths were changed. Flux is just so strong, and the best part about Arc Warden, other than his secondary clone, is going to be Spark Wraiths. They're very good for securing the range creep. They're also really nice for getting a lot of damage into it. So you typically want to max Flux and Spark Wraiths. You typically don't get a point in Magnetic Field anymore. It's just not the type of build. You could get one skill point for extra value if you're up against a range hero, I guess, but it's just not going to be that good. You can play a lot more aggressive with an extra point in Spark Wraith. You can also farm a lot better. And Flux is just one of his best abilities. I definitely enjoy flexing people. It's so fun because they're slowed to a crawl and they're taking a lot of damage. So it's definitely a very nice ability. Arc Warden is one of these heroes that you can practically build anything, but typically Midas into Gleipnir is really nice. You can also get Mjolnir, you can get Desolator, you can get Manta. This hero is very versatile, so you can kind of build whatever you want on him. But typically Midas is just an item that you need to get on this hero so you can benefit from the clone. So you can both Midas. That is always going to be a requirement. And Maelstrom Maelstrom is always going to help you farm, but then if you want the Gleipnir, you can get it. And then if you don't want that and you're dealing with an illusion hero, you can always go for an item like Mjolnir, which is going to help you. It's always going to be a nice item on this hero. It's definitely one of the most popular things. Then you can go for items like Silver Edge, you can go for Hex. These types of items are always going to be very nice on the Arc Warden. This hero is typically good up against Doom, Night Stalker, Necrophos, and Outworld Devourer. None of these heroes are extremely popular right now, but typically Arc Warden is just overall very good against most heroes, especially if being played correctly and being a good player with your micro, especially with the clone. You can definitely get a lot of value from this hero. And he's typically bad up against heroes like meepo, Lycan, Lone Druid, Phantom Lancer. So typically bad against heroes that can easily get on top of him and blow him up, as he's quite a squishy hero. Arc Warden is not tanky whatsoever. If somebody can get on top of him, he will definitely die. So you need to keep that in mind. You need to have somebody that can get on top of the Arc Warden, because once the late game comes, even if you jump on top of him, he will definitely not die, as him and his clone are going to have all these items, and it's going to be very difficult to kill this hero. The next hero we're going to be taking a look at is meepo. Meepo has a 54.68% win rate. Meepo has gone stronger. I definitely thought he was going to get weaker after they changed Poof to Magical, but I was definitely very wrong on that. And Meepo is a lot stronger, doing a lot more damage than he ever did with Poof, especially with the talent that he has, an extra 50 damage on Poof. So basically Poof is a 200 magical damage nuke. That is absolutely insane. So people are obviously maxing Poof. It's going to help you farm, it's going to help you team fight a lot easier, and it just does so much damage that it's putting Meepo just up there in the top echelon of MMR. Pretty much on any bracket that plays Meepo, you're going to be seeing Meepo up there among the top 3 heroes. Also, the changes to Disperser help Meepo a lot, as it's plus 40 agility, bonus agility, which is always going to be insane on Meepo. So Meepo was already building Diffusal, now he's building Disperser along with the Aghanim Scepter, which the Mega Meepo is just absolutely insane. It gets you out of really sticky situations, can get you out of black hole, can get you out of a lot of things if you have the right position on the main Meepo, and you can always save yourself from duel and a lot of things that were definitely very bad for Meepo back in the day. He can definitely do a lot of things with this Aghanim Scepter upgrade, and it's definitely a must in practically every single game. Some games you have to rush it, some games you can definitely go third item. It's definitely up to you on what the game calls for. Meepo is typically good up against heroes like Arc Warden, Anti-Mage, Faceless Void, and Spectre, but bad up against Elder Titan, Lita, Winter Wyvern, and Shaker. This hero has always been this pub stomper hero. It's always going to be really strong in the right hands of a Meepo player. You can get so many benefits on playing Meepo, because you can play him either from the safe lane or from the mid lane. I definitely think safe lane Meepo is very reliant on the laning stage. You can definitely just go to the jungle and catch up, but I feel like mid Meepo is a lot more aggressive and can do a lot more things around the map, and also free up the map for your carry to be able to farm, because you can play so active. Once you get Diffusal and Trends, it's go time on the Meepo. You can just rotate off cooldown and get a bunch of kills, especially with how strong Poof is right now. You're able to blow up supports really quickly, and he is one of the strongest bids in the current meta, but definitely always going to be a specialist pick. It's a very hard hero to play, it's a hard hero to master, it's also a hard hero to get value from if you're not good at micro and just don't understand what Meepo is all about, because you can easily feed if you pick up this hero and have no idea how to play him. Unlike any other hero that can easily be played, or you can kind of just get by, Meepo is not the type of hero you can just get by. You will definitely feed if you're not a good Meepo player. It definitely takes a lot of practice, but once you get practice on this hero, you can roll over games in 20-25 minutes easily if you understand your matchups and understand how to play the hero. I would highly recommend newer players to start playing Meepo in non-ranked games, because you're going to grief, but you should definitely start learning this hero, as it's always been a pub stomper, and even when Meepo is bad, you can still get cheese wins out of it, as in low MMR, people don't know how to play against Meepo, and even been to some high MMR games, people still don't understand how to play against Meepo and don't really pressure him a whole lot and just let him farm in the jungle and do whatever he wants. Hopefully you guys learned something in this video. If you guys did, I'd like to be much appreciated. Leave a comment down below and let me know what is your favorite hero of patch 7.35b. I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching.